Hello everybody, myself Jaya Sharma. I run a coaching institute in Noida. The name of my institute is Achievers Coaching Classes. I am standing here to present a unique crash course called pathshalamasti.com, an educational portal. Our team has put in tremendous effort to make this crash course as interactive and interesting as possible by using various PowerPoint presentations, whiteboard activities, multiple choice questions. The list is endless. We have also covered some topics as interactive sessions between teacher and the students. Well, I will be covering all the sections of English, that is section A, reading, section B, writing, section C, grammar, section D, literature. Now let's talk about design of the question paper. Division of syllabus for term 2, that is from October to March. Summative assessment 2, reading, that is section A, 20 marks. Writing, that is section B, 25 marks. Grammar, that is section C, 20 marks. Literature, that is section D with value based questions, 20 marks for normal question and answers, 5 marks for value based questions, which make literature of 25 marks. The total weightage assigned to summative assessment, that is essay 1 and essay 2, is 60%. The total weightage assigned to formative assessment, that is FA1, 2, 3 and 4, is 40%. Out of the 40% assigned to formative assessment, 10% weightage is assigned to conversation skills, 5% each in term 1 and term 2, and 10% weightage to the reading project. At least one book is to be read in each term, and the project will carry a weightage of 5% in each term. The summative assessment 1 and summative assessment 2 is of 90 marks. The weightage assigned to summative assessment 1 is 30% and the weightage assigned to summative assessment 2 is 30%. As I told you, the reading section will have 3 unseen texts as shown below. First type is factual, discursive, literary. The length will be 450 to 500 words and the marking scheme will be 10 marks. Supply type questions, 7 questions, that is gap filling, sentence completion, table completion, short answers questions and reference questions. These all consist of 7 marks. Now, and if we talk about vocabulary and word attack skills, there are 3 questions with 3 marks. Text 2, factual, discursive, literary. Length will be 200 to 300 words. Marks, 5 marks. It will be a MCQ type questions, that is multiple choice questions. Now let's talk about factual, discursive and literary once again. Word length will be 200 to 300 words. In case of a poem, it may be shorter than 200 words. Marks, again 5 marks, again MCQ based question. Section A, reading, it is of 20 marks. Student will be expected to attempt 3 passages, 2 passages carrying 5 marks each and 1 passage carrying 10 marks. Passage type will include literary, discursive or factual. A poem may come or it may not come. 2 out of 3 passages having 5 marks each will have multiple choice questions. 1 out of 3 passages having 10 marks will have question wherein student will be expected to supply the responses. Questions type will be gap filling, table completion, short answer questions, sentence completion, word attack questions, reference questions. Section B, that is writing, is of 25 marks. The writing section consists 6 writing tasks as indicated below. Question 4, writing a notice in 50 to 60 words. It will be of 3 marks. Writing a message or a diary entry in 50-60 words, again 3 marks. Question number 6, a composition of up to 80 to 100 words in the form of biographical sketch, data interpretation or description. In description, it will be either on people, objects or events. It is a 4-mark question. An extended writing task of length up to 120 to 150 words in the form of a formal or informal letter, or it could be even email. This will be question number 7. The long piece of writing will assist the use of appropriate style, language, content and expression. It will be of 5 marks. Question 8. an extended writing task of 120 to 150 words in the form of a story or a report. Question 9. An extended writing task of 120 to 150 words in the form of an article or a speech, again a 5-marker question. Important notes on format and word limit. Format will not carry any separate marks, and in most cases format will be given in the question paper itself. The word limit given is the suggested minimum word limit. No candidate may be penalized for writing more or less than the suggested word limit. Stress should be on content, expression, coherence and relevance of the content presented. Section C, that is grammar, it is of 20 marks. This section will assess grammar items in contest of 20 marks. It will carry 5 questions of 4 marks each. Question 10 will have multiple choice questions. The test types for MCQ include the following: gap filling, sentence completion, dialogue completion. Questions 11, 12, 13 and 14 will be based on response supplied by students. We can also call it supply type. The test type will include the following: sentence reordering, editing, omission, sentence transformation. Section D, literature, that is of 25 marks. Question 15 will have the following arrangement. 15A, an abstract from poetry with 3 multiple choice questions based on reference to contest. It is a 3-marker question. 15B, an abstract from a short story with 3 reference to contest questions requiring the students to supply the answers. 3 marks. 15C, an abstract from a play with 3 references to contest questions requiring the student to supply the answers. Again a 3-marker. Question 16. 3 out of 4 short answer type questions in 50 to 60 words based on prose, poetry and play of 2 marks each. The question will not test recall but inference and evaluation. It is a 6-marker question. Now let's talk about question 17. 1 question based on value and key message brought out on the basis of prescribed text based on prose or play in about 120 to 150 words. Question 18. 1 out of 2 long answer type questions to assess personal response to text, that is story, poem or play, by going beyond the text, poem, story or abstract. Creativity, imagination and extrapolation beyond the text and across 2 texts will also be assessed in 120 to 150 words. It is a 5-mark question. Section D, literature. In term 1, fiction, you will have 2 Gentlemen of Verona, Mrs. Packletide's Tiger, The Letter. In the poetry, you will have The Frog and the Nightingale, Mirror, Not Marble, Not the Gilded Monuments. And in the drama, you will have The Dear Departed. Term 2, we will have Shady Plot, Patol Babu, Film Star, Virtually True. This is fictions. Then in poetry section, we will have Ozymandias, The Rime of the Asian Mariner and The Snake. And in the last, the drama will be Julius Caesar. You just saw 2 passages. The first one was a normal unseen passage, that was a glimpse of Benazir Bhutto's life, and the other one was an unseen passage based on poetry, Daffodils. The purpose of these examples is to show how unseen passages are solved. Well, if in the examination you find a passage to be difficult, don't panic at all. Just go through it again and again. But that doesn't mean that you waste a lot of time just reading the passage. If you do so, less time will be left for you to attempt answers. Well, once you understand the passage, it will take no time to answer the questions. Keep sufficient time to complete the question and answer session. Now let's talk about 2 most important things. They are marks and how to attempt the reading section. In the question paper, there will be 3 unseen passages. A poem may come or it may not come. 2 unseen passages will carry 5 marks each and 1 passage carrying 10 marks. Type of questions will be asked in the form of MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. and student response supply type. Now I'll explain you what is MCQ. MCQ is a multiple choice question, or it could also be said objective type question, whereas student response type is one has to write the answers himself in the form of gap filling or sentence reordering. Word attack questions can come. It can also come in the form of sentence completion, etc. In student response type, no options are given like in MCQ. Passage type will include literary, discursive or factual. First I'll talk about literary passage. Literary passage consists of poem, short stories, novel, essay or a play. Then it is discursive. Discursive passage is an opinion-based passage. Factual passages are straightforward passages. Factual passages may give instruction or description or report of an event or a new finding. 2 out of 3 passages having 5 marks each will have an MCQ questions. 1 out of the 3 passages having 10 marks will have question wherein students will be expected to supply the response. Therefore, section A will be of 20 marks. Now the next question is how to attempt the reading section. Before solving any unseen passage, keep in mind the following points. Try to recognize the main points of the passage. Coordinate the relationship between different parts of the passage. Analyze the ideas in the text. Try to find out the meaning of the tough words in the passage. Once you follow these simple steps, then you can solve the reading section very easily. Now this is the topic. The topic is a glimpse of Benazir Bhutto's life. This is a normal unseen passage. In this passage we have told you where Benazir Bhutto was born, about her achievement, about her education, about her married life, family background, etc. Miss Bhutto was attacked by a suicide bomber. She survived the attack. Next time, a strange gunman first attacked her car and then detonated a bomb, killing himself and some bystanders. Miss Bhutto died immediately after she was rushed to the hospital. Daffodils, a famous poem by William Wordsworth. Now, as we told you, a poem may come or it may not come, but still we will work on the poem. Now, the poem is in MCQ style. I will explain you all the answers of the questions. As in the first stanza, the poet is saying we have 4 options and the second option, that is the B option, is perfectly okay. So, we have the rectangle box on it. Question B, that is according to the poet, cloud float, answer is above the valleys and the hills.